Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on Wednesday, December the 22nd after the market close with a review of positions that we're still in and the S&P. This is the daily, and currently we're cruising up above the 8 EMA, the dotted line here, as support. Embedded, decent volume, so nothing's really changed for the time being. Chart is frozen. Why is that? There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, I started looking at the weekly, and something occurred to me that if you follow the phases of the market cycle, right? This being phase 1, where accumulation occurs, phase 2, the markup phase, phase 3, the distribution, and phase 4, the markdown. We're currently in the phase 2 part of this move. We had phase 4 here, where many traders that I know were in this short for the period at the peak of 2007 all the way down through this, believe it or not, to this bottom in 2009. The point being is this is phase 1. Okay, this is phase 2. Although we had a small dip here, we did come back and test the 100 EMA on the weekly chart. Now, that said, what I've been looking at is just following the S&P on its continued move higher. All right, so for now, I'm trading mostly longs and very few shorts. Okay, first position, a trader that I follow has been talking about this for some time. I didn't get into it until recently, but notice that it moved up above the 200 EMA here, the red line, came down, tested it, okay, a number of times. Nice downtrending channel patterns, and it bounced off the 100 EMA. The lows continue to get higher, and I got in on Monday after his continued pounding of the table. Now, as you know, I typically get in options, especially in this part of the year. I'm mostly in cash, and took a few options here. I broke it down, and what I typically do is I look at the 30 EMA, or excuse me, 30 minute chart, and on this particular day, 12:20, we had a nice descending channel that did exactly the same as it done once before, twice, 3 times, okay? And stochastics got oversold, and again oversold here and turned up. So what I was looking at this point was expecting a bounce here, and we got it, okay? But what I was also looking at was the 30 minute chart, and typically I buy similar to what many other traders trade off of, which is oversold stochastics. And I got in on the 20th, the January 16s, yeah, the January 16s were $1 out of the money, but the delta was decent at the time, and we got a nice move, and we're embedded. So I was talking about this in the chat room this morning, expecting this to break above the 16 level, and we got that today. So that's ATPG, and I'm still in 10 January 16 calls, in the money, and doing quite well. I'll probably take some off tomorrow before the close, if not sooner. BBD, that's one of the trades that Johnny got into. Was watching the daily, as many of you were, and similar to the ATPG, it's downtrending channel. We got a bounce off the 200 EMA, so I was looking for this to move, which we got. The Stochastics doing this little wiggle that I like to see. Or when I see it, rather, it's nice to trade. And looking for this oversold to move higher. Okay, but we got in, breaking it down again on the 30. We got in on the 20th on the first bounce, small position, and then added. What was it, yesterday? Yesterday, right? And we're doing quite well on that. I bought the January 20s, and we look to be in the money probably tomorrow if we continue on this quest. I'm looking at the upper Bollinger Bands for a target, but the 100 EMA might be an issue. We hit the 20 today and we stopped dead there. So, but notice that we have a MACD cross, and I really like a MACD cross below the zero line along with stochastics. It's a nice trade. BAC, this was more of a momentum trade more than anything else after this double bottom and the move back up above the 100 EMA. Notice that we're cruising up the 8 EMA, and what I'm watching here before we entered was this little sell-off 3 days down and then a move higher. Okay, we got in a couple of days ago. When was it? Thursday, and didn't do much. Actually got in a little higher, and we closed lower that day, but we did move higher, and I started taking some off yesterday and today. Okay, that's BAC. Still holding some BAC. FDX, I like it. I like this channel down and the 200 EMA bounce here. Stochastics oversold, not quite oversold, turning back up, and going to continue with FDX. A small position here. I only have 5 calls. The January 95s currently. Elvis, trading the channel. We had a little bounce off the 20 and moved lower, but the 50s holding us for now, so I'm still long Elvis, the January 50s. RIM, I'm looking at this for a possible entry. Same reasons as some of the other stocks where we have this downtrending channel and the 200 EMA 50 coming up to meet us. Stochastics oversold. I'm waiting for this to cross over and give us a buy signal. Okay, Rovi, still in it, and just watching it cruise up to 20. We got in on this test of the 20 here and continue to move higher. The January 60s and the January 55s I have. So that's Rovi. It's Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trading Radio, where we can talk about stocks like this in the room and hopefully get you in some good trades. I don't know what's going on in Day Trading Radio right now, but Disco Rivera is on. We'll talk to you later, and have a good holiday. Tomorrow's Thursday.